like 2 out 10 need to be. Everyone wanna be seen, shit. So we change up scenery. Self-worth costs sweat. But to look at a screen is free, and I was getting upset, but it ain't set me up for shit, letting up, forget about it. I'm used to them doubting, my movement been routed, that light look green to me. Half the time these dudes only talking, they more Charles I've been feeling grateful for everybody that fronted on me, that stunted on me, that run up on me, put love up on me. Said I just want to say thank you for what they said that I couldn't do, that I shouldn't do, that I would improve. I said look and do, said I wouldn't lose. I'm just grateful. World dog looking shameful. They want me to hate you, but look at all of this, look at all of this here. Couldn't pay you enough to thank you, and ain't much in the bank to. But I've been feeling where everyone wanna be hard, but only like 2 out 10 need to be. Everyone wanna be seen, shit. So we change up scenery. Self-worth costs sweat. But to look at a screen is free, and I was getting upset, but it ain't set me up for shit, letting up, forget about it. I'm used to them doubting, my movement been routed, that light look green to me. Half the time these dudes only talking, they more Charles Barkley than TNT. At less than half of where I wanna be, I'm still half the shit that I dream to be. Ironic how both my fam and my foe always be leaving me. Get it? It just depends on how you hear it. The ride depend on how you stare. And they wanna sample my energy, but if we ain't friends, don't have to clear them, don't have to cheer, cleanse my past and spirit. I got food to eat and family around, so anger, that's just mass fear. I got so much love to be bitter with it, sitting with it. I gave too much fuss just to let them take my spirit with it. Grateful for everybody that fronted on me, that stunted on me, that run up on me, put love up on me. Said I just want to say thank you for what they said that I couldn't do, that I shouldn't do, that I would improve. I said look and do, said I wouldn't lose. I'm just grateful. World dog looking shameful. They want me to hate you, but look at all of this, look at all of this here. Couldn't pay you enough to thank you, and ain't much in the bank to. But I've been feeling great. Every L I take is a W, ain't found this other half. Take the negative times, and I end up, that's tougher math. They don't wanna live it, they just want the story. Fuck your allegations and your allegories. Fuck around and kill your whole category. My Grammy love me, fuck a rap award. See, I'm grateful for every enemy that wanna see an end to me. Yo, girl, just message me, talking about she love my empathy. Can't even walk and chew gum, but yet still you move so extrally. You just do your best, you impression, just try and increase your impressions, but you ain't impressing, we. Oh no, 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 type of bitter, put the foe in the four photos. I just keep my head up and move low, low, low. But shit, I see the you and me, I still need growth for sure. So I got too much love to be bitter with it, sitting with it. I gave too much fuss just to let them take my spirit with it. Grateful for everybody that fronted on me, that stunted on me, that run up on me, put love up on me. Said I just want to say thank you for what they said that I couldn't do, that I shouldn't do, that I would improve. I said look and do, said I wouldn't lose. I'm just grateful. World dog looking shameful. They want me to hate you, but look at all of this, look at all of this here. Couldn't pay you enough to thank you, and ain't much in the bank to. But I've been feeling grateful.
Thoughts weigh heavy, bring me down at times, overthinking all these things I've tried. I'm only human. I'm only human.
Way that things been looking, you would think that I've been celebrating. I'd be lying if I said that things been better lately. I feel like God was speaking to me when I meditated. He said I deviated from the path that he created. Thinking I'm a better person when I'm medicated. Hella faded, feeling my emotions when I'm elevated. They been putting cameras on me, damn, I need a better statement. Waving back to home, they can't believe it, damn, he finally made it. They can't even see it, think that I'm conceited. I can't believe it, with your actions there's no rhyme or reason for me to be the same, I'm living in a different season. They say that all we keep is legacy, so I'ma leave it until deletion. Building kingdoms at a deadly rate. I'm at a place that if you're fake, then we cannot relate. In every way I turn, I'm cutting corners, catching snakes. Moving forward, keeping pace, and leave the rest to fate. I could never change.
Thoughts weigh heavy, bring me down at times, overthinking
the numbers growing, you would think I had it all together. You and I looking at success in different measures. At the top I'm sitting closer to the stormy weather, feeling pressure. I can feel them judging me by my endeavors. I can never say that this was effortless. I put in years to get to levels that I represent. I'm here to lead the people better than the president. Not pointing fingers, but I'm speaking in the present tense. And ever since I left my home, I feel like all I want's a call, but I never pick up the phone, so I know that I'm at fault. Now the focus is honed in on scrolling Instagram. Too many messages, people say that they give a damn. Now I'm a different man. My father says I'm too busy, my mother says I'm always gone. I can't remember a night that I really felt at home. I'm finding comfort in traveling to a place unknown, changing like the seasons and recognizing that I have grown.
Hello, check 1 2 1 2. Hello. Fantastic. Good Monday morning. At a little bit of a more normal time, which we haven't had lately. So I don't know what the turnout's gonna be like today, if it's gonna be more or less. But yeah, I got to sleep at a normal time. That's crazy, right? So here we are on a Monday morning with the most boring price action that has ever existed in the universe of crypto. Just kidding. The last 60 days of the bear market, like before it dropped to 3K, was the most boring time. But besides that, right now, I'm angry. Okay. I'm still confident in us going down. Nothing's really changed with that. It's more so just the fact that waiting for us to go down gets annoying at some point. So let's go ahead and switch over to my screen. I do have to activate my camera. Let's go ahead and activate the camera. Let's see. Boom, boom. Where's that? Radio capture device, activate. Is it green screen ready? Hey, not too shabby. Hello, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. Let's see. What we got to say hello to today? Jonas, what's up, man? John E, how you doing? Can't wait to talk to you later. Let's see. Sass, how you doing, man? Jonathan, that guy. What's up? What's up, that guy? Hello. Rogue One. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Balas. I'm so sorry, but hello. Thank you for coming. How you doing, man? Thapa, how you doing, man? Disinfect, what's up? Long BTC 100X till 500K. Don't know about that one. I would not be that's not on my list of trades. Hello. How's everybody doing? Let's see. I've lost a bit. I've made a bit. I'm loving it. Yeah, that's kind of like how the beginning is. Like the beginning of when you start to trade is not about making a killing. It's just like, hey, let's make some trades, get some experience. Hopefully you do as I asked and don't dump your entire life savings into this because you're going to lose money. When you start trading, like I said, a lot of you that might have picked up trading since my first live stream with Ryan, maybe you've got into a couple trades and you've seen the emotional wreck that you might have been during that. And that only gets worse until you really start sucking it up and getting better at it. So let's go ahead and everything good. Audio good, video good. Let's see. Looking incredible. Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. You're making me blush. Got a little bit of acne coming in because I've been eating a little bit too much pizza products with this new air fryer because it's so delicious. But hey, living good. All right, where to get started? Gosh, it feels like a 2-day weekend is like a year when I come back. Well, I guess we're already on the BTC screen, so let's just talk about BTC. And obviously, if you guys are new to live streams or have been watching live streams, we're gonna go through all the major coins and then just start talking. I'll be reading the chat, answering questions. If you guys have a coin and ask nicely, I might take a look at it. No promises. Like I said, I'm not an altcoin channel. I'm here to trade and make money off the coins I know I can make money off of. Not here to help you get rich off. Someone today who I highly respect and love told me something about Space Moon, which mathematically wise, I'm not really into it. But I think it's early on enough that maybe if you put some money into it, but the exchange that it's on, I've never heard of in my life. So I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot stick. But besides that, not an altcoin guy. Just because he said it, I was willing to listen. All right, let's go ahead and talk about BTC. All right, what can we talk about? Well, first off and foremost, as long we're going to start it off with an if this then that statement that hopefully maybe you guys can make a trade off of. Up to you on how you do this. All right. Obviously not financial advice, just more whiter than white kid on the internet talking about Bitcoin. So this is the price level that we need to hold below. As long as we continue to do so, we have a pretty significant bearish divergence that we're currently in. All right, this bearish divergence is active as long as we are below 58,343. There's no that's a fact. Okay, so for anybody that's bullish right now, all right, you can be bullish. All right, there's always two sides to a coin, but for me, I like to speak in facts. All right, right now we have a primary bearish divergence as long as we are below 58,343. If you are playing this to the long side, which I don't doubt you, man, we're in a bull market. Hell, we can go up at any point in time. All I would say is be careful, because as long as we are under that level, our probability is to the downside. If we get above that level, our probability could be to the upside. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. Now, where would I be targeting on BTC if we were to have some downside? Like I told you guys, I'm actually looking for BTC to go to $90,000 to $100,000 in my opinion. And I do believe that could be the top of the market. That's definitely when I'm going to be cashing out personally. Obviously not financial advice. If you want to ride this bull market to the top, be my guest. All right. But I do see a 5-wave count around that region, the top of the 5th wave. And I am being cautious of it. So my idea for my portfolio is I'm going to be cashing out to USDT. And obviously, if we continue going up, that's awesome. I can just make some long trades on USDT perpetual. So I'm not going to miss out on that price action. But just for the sake of like my bigger portfolio, I don't want to mess around with the top of the market because it can drop like a rock super fast. As well as that, the stock to flow ratio is only calling for $100,000. So am I denying the fact that it could go a little bit above that? Absolutely. We could probably see 120, 130, 140. I don't care. All right. I'm cashing out there. End of question. All right. That's my plan. All right, so that's what we got for BTC. Actually, no, I did not cover this. Where should we be expecting this to drop? So, like I've been teaching you guys with Fibonacci retracements, if you have an uptrend and that uptrend is broken, all right, that's when you can take the top and bottom of the uptrend, and more likely than not, if it's a singular uptrend, not like a double stacked, we're probably going to see the 0.382. So we're trying to get down to 49,371. There is a possible chance that we do happen to drop a little bit lower to 46,388. For all of the people out there that are saying that I'm, a bear or whatever, listen, I'm short-term bearish, but I do think honestly that if we bottom out between those two numbers, that's when I'm going to be taking my long, and I do expect to hold it until $90,000 to $100,000 on Bitcoin. I'm not doing that on the challenge account. On the challenge account, I'm just trading ETH. But hey, if you want to take that trade, be my guest. And the way that you would set this up is pretty much these two levels right here. You can see a local low directly on the 0.382. But honestly, the strongest number between those two is definitely going to be the 47,000 to 46,900, that region right there. So I'll just be targeting these two levels and just looking for a nice risk to reward ratio trade. And by nice, I mean absolutely stupid, incredible trade if this works out properly. And never be shy to take profits, guys. If you don't feel like it's going to go, but you're still in profit, take that profit. Like a lot of you guys that might be in the Telegram, we had a very successful short from 18,040, or not 18,000, 1,840 on ETH, dropped all the way down to like 1740, 1720, something like that. And I told you guys in the Telegram, this would be the time to take profits, right? This is up to you. Do you think that we're going to break this support now? Or do you want to take profits and maybe try to find another reentry point? Some of you did, some of you didn't. I didn't. And I ended up getting stopped out. But that's okay because I reshorted 1866. Currently, we are sitting in profit. And we're looking for a bearish pennant to actually break us to the downside. So right now we're sitting with about $304 profit. If we do happen to get down to the target I have for ETH, we're going to walk away with 1,200. And then that long to $3,000 um, is going to be pretty incredible. All right, that's going to be maybe $14,000 profit, I'm hoping, on a $3,000 portfolio. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Because, like, once again, I'm really wanting to show you guys, hey, you can take a couple $1,000s and make some good money off of it. 'Cause that's what it's all about. All right. And let's see. I think that's pretty much all I got to say for Bitcoin. Pretty simple trade setups. You don't have to make it too complicated. Like I said, I'll be looking at these two price levels, setting up a nice risk to order ratio trade, set up a good stop loss because you never know. You could get a better entry, cut those losses because of the invalidation. And if it does happen that 49,000 is the first, one to work out, we're going to be probably seeing 77,000 before another pullback, like a major pullback. But it's up to you whether or not you want to take your profits there and then try to find the re-entry point. If you do, you are going to have more compounding profits, but you never know. You might fudge a little bit and lose some profits along the way. Play it how you want to. But definitely in the longer term, I am looking for about 98,000, 100,000, something like that. So if we do happen to get up to 100K or just shy, I would say probably take your profits at 98K. You never know. Those psychological numbers, especially 100,000, is going to be a big deal. That is still going to be a 50 risk to order ratio trade. All right. 50 risk to order ratio trade, meaning let's say that we're risking $1,000. We're going to make $50,000. Pretty cool. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you get rich quick. I'm saying this is the plan. If it works out correctly, that is the possibility. All right. Don't risk more than you want to lose. And I mean that. This is not just me saying it because I don't want to get in trouble. I am saying that because I care about you. Do not risk more than you are willing to lose. And if you're lying to yourself. All right. In the back of your head, you might be looking at the number and making excuses. But if it's honest, all right, then you got it. Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Let's take a look at the waves real quick. So we're still crossed to the downside on the 4-hour, and obviously with a 4-hour bearish divergence, that's pretty significant, man. Not really something you want to ignore. We recently just had a cross on the 15-minute, saw some downside, but we're looking to cross back up again. Now, we can see right now that we are capitulating on the MACD crosses, meaning that there is some momentum building in the market, and we should be getting ready for another move. If you guys don't have a position on BTC, I would say probably anything off of this $58,300 level should be good. So, like, if you guys are looking for a short position, no guarantees of it working out, but if you can get a short trade from up here, obviously, depending on how you have your stop loss, you've probably gotten stopped out a couple times playing that support or that local high. But the problem is this is a macro local high. It's definitely going to be like a 4% to 5% type of trade. But hey, we have built up a pretty significant diagonal resistance off of this. So maybe you can get away with a 2.5% stop loss if it does happen to come back up and you haven't already gotten stopped down a couple times. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to ETH. All right, boom, boom. Now, ETH once again, setting it head and shoulders. And this is where I took my short trade off of that $1,860 level. Now, honestly, like a lot of people, you might be mad. Like if I show off, hey, I got an 1866 entry. All right. Why didn't you tell the Telegram group that you were doing that? Because my job is not to tell you exactly what I'm doing. My job is to tell you what I think is safe. And you still would have been in some hefty profit and wouldn't have gotten stopped out with the trade setup that I did display. All right, the trade setup that we had in the Telegram group was based off of this local high at 1850. And we had a bearish divergence off of that from this high to this high. All right. Now, this is a hidden bearish divergence, meaning we got a higher high and a higher high. All right. So people are going to say, Austin, that is bullish convergence. What are you talking about? Well, if we do happen to come back below that level or that level, while still maintaining those higher highs, which we did, that turns into a bearish divergence. That's how they hide them. All right. And if that wasn't a bearish divergence, why did we drop so hard? Right. Well, maybe it was just luck that it worked out, but that's the way I see it. All right. So that's pretty much what I was looking for. Kind of a double top, kind of not, depending on how you're looking at it. All right. So we also shorted from here. We shorted this bearish reversal on the RSI on like the 5-minute. And we shorted all the way down. And some people took their profit at 1742. Some didn't. I wasn't one of them. I held it all the way up. All right. So now, like I said, on Ethereum, we are looking for a bearish pennant. All right. That's the pattern side of things I'm looking for. But like, honestly, nowadays, I really don't think in terms of patterns. They help. Don't get me wrong. But because I view the market in Elliott Wave, Fibonacci, and just direct price levels, I don't even really care about patterns at this point. Obviously, patterns are a part of the Elliott Wave structure. So like right now, let me display what kind of structure we're in. All right, we're in an ABC, ABC. Okay. All right, and you can see that right here. Not a play on words. All right, so we had an A, we had a B, we had a C. But Austin, I thought we go down in 3 waves, aka ABC, and we go up in 5 waves. Don't you see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, here's the thing. All right. This is an ABC because this is the start of a structure. Okay. So, as well as that, if we take the top of the A to the bottom of the A, we can see that the 1.618. Do I even have to say anything at this point? Do I even have to say anything at this point? All right. If you don't believe it now, you're going to believe it later. So just get used to it. So that's why I'm calling this an ABC, because if it's not, all right, that would mean that we're in the 4th wave looking for a 5th. All right, which could be a possibility. I'm not denying it. All right. But because this is the start of a subwave set, usually we start with an ABC, ABC, and that makes a 1, 2, and then it will go 3, 4, 5. Typically how it works in my book. So right now, all right, we have completed an A, we have completed a B, and we're looking for the C, possibly to 1507, possibly even to 1444. Obviously the strongest local low is going to be 1456, but the actual 0.382, all right, let's go ahead and grab that, is closer to this local low. All right. So who knows if we'll actually get down there? Maybe if there's some panic selling, you can pick up a long from that price point right there, which obviously is a good thing. I would like that. But that's what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and also kind of cut in. Let's go to the 5-minute. Let me show you how this stuff works. Because this is, I love price action. Obviously, indicators are cool, but price action's even cooler, guys. So right here, all right, we formed an ABC like this. All right. So with an ABC, you're going to have an A, a B, and then obviously like the long-term C. But the actual intersection point's also going to be an ABC, which is, kind of how these head and shoulders and stuff form. All right. So look at this. If we start connecting the local lows of this uptrend, starting from here, so local low to local low, and local low to local low, and then extend this line, you can see exactly what happened right here. All right, this is how the market can kind of trick people into inserting their money, and then these sharp pullbacks happen and they get stopped out. All right, because from like a simple breakout perspective, I can see how somebody might have taken a trade like this. All right, we broke the previous local high, so I'm going to hop into a long. But the problem is you're hopping in way too early. All right, because if you look at the way this works, we created an uptrend, all right, and then we broke the uptrend, and then we retested the uptrend, and then got a rejection, and we are now starting a downtrend, right? Or we're currently in a downtrend, right? Now, obviously, we do have like a little bit of a bigger uptrend almost, which we are awaiting a break. All right. So that's how I saw things, and that's why I was advocating, hey, you should probably take a short trade off of that last local high instead. Because I mean, just from a simple price action perspective, you have uptrend, uptrend broken, uptrend retest, and you're trying to find a plausible entry off of that retest. So, I in this region, I've been using about a 2.25% stop loss. So you were so far away from getting stopped out, you shouldn't feel the pressure. Already, we are up to a 2.0 restored ratio, and we are searching for a 1530 take profit. All right, maybe I'll take profits at 1550. I'm not trying to be greedy here. Like I said, if you guys have a target like a local low or a Fibonacci number, always take your profit beforehand. So let's say I take my profit at 1550 and just, be grateful what we got. That's going to be a 7.14 restored ratio. I believe I'm risking like 115 bucks on this trade. So I'm going to make roughly, actually, no, maybe like 150 bucks is what I'm risking. So 150 bucks times 7 comes out to roughly 1200, or at least that's what Bybit says. So pretty good in my book. Lose 100 bucks, make 1200 bucks. Hey, pretty good. Oh, thank you very much for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Hey man, I'm using Market Cipher and I'm getting wrecked. Is that why you stopped using it? Well, okay, so it's a loaded question. All right. I don't like to really talk about these topics because obviously, you know, but my subscription ran out. So obviously that's one reason why I stopped using it. So I guess the better question is, why did I not renew? Well, during that whole period of time where I got to really play with Market Cipher, I realized, yes, Market Cipher has some incredible uses. And if you know how to use it right and not overuse it, it can also be good. But the main purpose for me was understanding that you can make just as much money, if not more, playing simple price action, like I showed you, waiting for these uptrends to break, shorting the retests, not even looking at divergences. All right. But then, as well as that, the RSI, Velissimo, okay? The RSI is the greatest tool ever made. You just have to learn how to read it. You don't need any other indicator except for RSI and price action. Hands down. I'll stand by that any day. Volume, you don't need volume, right? Volume's good to understand when something might happen, but volume is not good to knowing when to buy and when to sell. All right. Big difference. All right. Volume is to gauge time, not to gauge when. All right. When you should sell or something like that. All right. But, MACD is good, but you don't need it. That's it. I'm trying to make sure that trading is as profitable as possible. And paying a yearly subscription or a lifetime subscription to something that, yes, it helps, but something else can help better, like just actual market knowledge. That's what I'm advocating for here. All right. If you like Market Cipher, if you like the idea of it, try it out. I'm not here to stop you. I'm just here to give you my anecdotal evidence based on my experience. That's all. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks, man. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it about Ethereum. Like I said, I mean, just look at the market from a simple pattern perspective if you don't want to listen to me about, oh, this Fibonacci number, blah, 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 blah. But that's what I'm thinking. All right. Because look, it's a head and shoulders, man. Can you deny that? Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. Can you deny it? All right. Anybody that's bullish right now, if you deny the fact that we are in a bearish pattern with a target of 1448, you're lying to yourself. Go to church. Just kidding, just kidding. But that's my whole idea right now. All right, that's like I don't really trade LTC all that much anymore, but I guess I can look at the market because I'm still invested in it. And like I said, like I can trade one coin and know what every other coin's gonna do. For example, like if I know that the top of Ethereum is roughly going to be around $3,000, I know when Ethereum is at $3,000, probably every other coin is at its top. So I just go sell those. Obviously, I'll actually go to the market, look at the price levels, see what's the best price level to sell at, and then take it from there. All right. And then actually before we go to LTC, let's go to EOS. All right. So these are my DCA levels for EOS on my actual spot account. Obviously, I'm not going to go into like the amount that I'm DCAing at these levels. Um, let's use like $1,000. All right, as an example. All right, if you have $1,000, all right, you would put in $150 here, $300 here, and then $550 here. Right, that's how you would DCA something like this. But that's my plan because I do think that this is going to be a 1 and then a 2. And I'm actually looking for around, I think, like $8 to $10 on EOS before the bull market's over. So like another 100%. So I'm pretty excited about that because EOS has the potential to be a good cryptocurrency, and I can't deny that. So that's why I'm looking at it. That's why I'm trying to get some money into it. Now we can go look at LTC. All right. All right. So LTC. All right. This one's kind of in it's on its breaking point. All right. Look at this. All right, let's go ahead and just look at it from a pattern perspective. Then we'll talk about the Fibonacci ratios, all that good stuff. All right. So look at this. We have a left shoulder right here, a head, and a right shoulder. Now, let's go ahead and mark out the neckline, the headline, and the shoulder lines. Right. So the headline is here, the shoulder line is here, the neckline is here, and the arm is here. Okay. So right now, these are the only price points that matter for LTC. Now, like I said, I do think it's going to drop along with everything else, but we'll see. All right. So right now, if we do see it come below 191, all right, then we're probably looking for more downside price action. All right. Now, I don't think that downside price action is going to stop until we get to $168. It might find support at 174, and it could even find support at 180. All right. Just so you guys are aware, because you can see right here, we have obviously the ultimate local low. I'd probably be aiming for something like around there, maybe not the absolute bottom. But you can see there is 2 more local lows that come before that. So they do stand a chance of possibly causing a reversal. But my better bet would be on the bottom 2. I don't with that much force coming down. I honestly don't think 179 is going to stop there. Just my 2 cents. Obviously, who knows? ADA. Let's go ahead and check out ADA. And if we did not call this exactly, rewind the tapes. Rewind the tapes. All right. Anybody that's lying about this, get out of the chat. We called a double top on ADA. Almost pin perfect. I said, hey, as long as we are below 100 and let's see which one we were looking at. Oh, I marked this out last night and marked out this bearish divergence. But I didn't take the trade because obviously I'm not trading Cardano. But obviously in the chat, there's a lot of people that like Cardano. Right now, we're probably going to go back up and retest $122 before falling more because we have this local high, this local high, and obviously that one. So we had a double top, right? So if anything, all right, with a double top, we want to go back down and test the neckline because all a double top is essentially like a head and shoulders, but without the shoulders, all right? So we have the headline, we have the neckline, and then if we break that neckline, all right, we're probably going to go down to test 81, all right, to even 65. All right. So just be aware. Do I think there's a possibility because we got that double top to get a double bottom off of 99 cents? Yes, I do think that's possible. So obviously, like I said, I have to go based off of what I see. So I do think there is the possibility of an ABC flat correction on Cardano, and then we can continue to the upside. But that is just one option. It could go down there. All right. Well, because we got that double top, I'm feeling a little bit more confident on a double bottom. If we would have stalled out at 100, not 100, $1.22, then I would have said 81 cents was likely. All right. I think that's it. We covered ETH, BTC, EOS, ADA, and Litecoin. All the major coins out of the way. Let's go ahead and let me go back up and chat a little bit. And let's go ahead and see. LTC to dip to 160. Let's just confirm that. I know I just talked about it, but I'm a little bit short term memory. Yeah, I would say like 168. So you're kind of in that ballpark. Kite, join the Patreon. How to get into the Telegram group? You can either message me on Discord. I have my stuff in the description, in my description of the actual YouTube channel, on the Patreon page. You can message me on Discord, or you can just message me on Patreon. I'll send over the Telegram links, all that good stuff. With me mentioning that, we are at the end of the month. We are on the 22nd. All right. Because of the way the Patreon works, it wants to make sure that the payday is consistent for me. So it will charge you when you sign up, but it will also charge you on the first because it wants to make sure that all the payments are consistent on a single date towards the beginning of the month for the creators. So if you guys want to sign up for the Patreon, please, please, please wait until the beginning of next month. I do not want you to get charged an extra $50 just because you want to get in early. Right now, price action is calm and consistent. What I've outlined here might take another 3 days to work itself out. We've talked about the long, so you're pretty much set when it comes to what I'm looking for. The Telegram is not going to be any different. All right. I do not hide anything. Obviously, in there, I like to outline a little bit more as it's real time happening. The divergences that are developing, stuff like that. But it's the same exact information. And I try to make sure like I tell you my plan even before, like, or even after a certain move happens. Because I like to think about trading like chess. So like I never played chess until I went to therapy as a kid. All right. That's a whole nother story on its own. Not something to get into. All right. But he introduced me to chess. And I never played the game before. Once I learned the rules, I was smoking this guy. Maybe he let me win, probably. Um, but I found it so incredible because this game was so cool. Essentially, what it was when I made a move, I had a limited set number of options. And because I made this move, that caused my opponent to move in a certain way. So I could see he has three options, all right? Obviously, I want him to pick this one. So I like in my head, I would quickly think through if he did this, he has this, this, and this option, right? And then for each option that he had, I would also make up an alternative move based. It Trading is the same way essentially. So, like I said, if this happens, then that option will develop, and I can take that option and expect this answer. But also, I'm thinking of the ways that it can go wrong or even better throughout the entire process. I have so many analogies for trading; it's ridiculous. A game of blackjack that you can count cards legally, a puzzle that you work from the out. You make the edges of the puzzle first and work your way in, aka higher time frames into lower time frames. Game of chess, think like a whale, trade like a bot. I can go on for days. I got cliches on top of cliches, but that's the way I see it. Coming from a program, loving the if this and that mindset, absolutely, man. You got to think like a robot if you want to win in a game where robots are playing. All right. I love how Ryan on his stream the other night displayed for you guys, hey, this market is ran by 95% bots. He was using it to kind of display manipulation, but it's not manipulation. It's just the way things work. So if you can get into that mindset, you're probably going to stand a better chance in this world of robots. Start transitioning now. All right. Feed me funding. Feed me. Dude, I haven't been making a whole lot off of funding when it comes to the smaller account that we're working on. I think I've been making like $10 a day, but hey, it's something. Helps cover those stops whenever I get stopped out. Right now we're sitting at $371 profit. All right. Who knows? This might be it, guys. This might be it. Maybe we're gonna drop now. Maybe no. Maybe we're gonna get another bounce and it's gonna be boring again. But hey, I'm hoping that we go down. Uh, uh, hey, Kite, how are you? Great. I'm doing pretty. I hope you were great. Gotcha. I'm doing pretty fantastic, man. Just been chilling at home. Yesterday was god awful. Not because it was a bad day, but because the night beforehand I got like 3 hours sleep because I was having this dream about making my bed over and over again. It gave me anxiety, so I just woke up and didn't deal with it. Um, so I got 3 hours sleep, and I had to drive an hour up north, spend an entire day with my family. Drive an hour back. I was just so tired. I didn't even think I was gonna make it home. I thought I was gonna crash my car. It was so bad. Uh, I was in it 1866 too. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let's see. Crypto Kev, what's going on, man? Math is magic. Absolutely. What's up, Kai? Good morning from Texas, good sir. Thank you, man. Good morning to you. Let's see. What are your fib targets for a corrective ABC? I don't like to really take targets off of ABCs, but obviously, like you just saw right here, you can display that. So, if anything, all right, we're looking for a top and bottom of an up downtrend here. All right. And you can see if we get a bounce off the 0.382, we're targeting the 1.618. But because we got slightly higher, that actually gives us a little bit more room on the downside in terms of percentage. And because of the way things work, when we're going down, it can drop a lot further. The 1.618 is calling for 1572, but you can see on actual price action there is no support at 1572, so we can actually expect it to go to the next available support at 1523. That's what I'm thinking. So I guess you can get targets off of ABCs. I just don't like to. I like to look at just go with the general trend. Um, Kite's incredibly good at speaking and explaining things. He probably made my favorite description of meditation. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I try my best. I've been speaking for a living ever since I was a kid. My mouth has never stopped running. Uh, did you teach fish to be a good trader? I'm trying, but I don't think there's a whole lot going on in that little brain of his. He's just living life. I think we should all take a piece out of Fish's cookbook because he's just chilling all the time. Just being a dog. Do you have a course slash guide, Kite? I used to teach personal one on ones through Zoom. Keyword used to. All right. Because of the demand for my time has went up tremendously. I can't offer the same deal, which is unfortunate because my main goal with my channel is to stand out above all rest. Not in terms of just information, but in terms of my business model. Obviously, every single channel has a Patreon. Every single channel might have a course or anything like that. But I want it to be a league above. I never want to charge anybody tremendous amounts of money for information that you can get elsewhere. Because I'm honest with you, you can get all of this information from other books, other people. When you choose me, you're choosing me for the way that I present it and my personality around this whole subject. That's really what you're here for. But like with the one-on-ones, you got lifetime Telegram, access to a private Discord server that is not available anymore because of one-on-ones are not available anymore. And as well as that, 4 one-on-one sessions with me personally, just us talking, which was cool. I loved that I was able to do that for as long as I was able to do that. But at some point, it got to a point where the demand was way too high. Too much of my time was taken up, and obviously, like I'm trying to make sure that if I'm trying to make sure that you learn to the best possible potential. So I had students that needed a little bit more extra time. It was inconsistent, and the only problem is if I wanted to offer something like that again, I would either have to switch to a classroom setup, which I find impersonal, or raise the price, which I don't find respectable. Like I said, I'm not here to price gouge you. I'm here to share my opinions and offer some knowledge. And if you choose me as a teacher, so be it. But I do have a Telegram. That's about it. And a live streams. Always on the live streams. Um, let's see. ABD, thank you very much, man. What do you think about Band? Super bullish news on Twitter. New partnerships consistently. Can you check it out? I'll tell you what right now, man. All right. If you ever tell me news again, I'm just kidding. I don't look at news. News has nothing to do with price action, in my opinion. All right. It either is or it isn't. Um, News has nothing to do with it. Why did I type news? I'm so dumb. Band. Let's see. Band looks like it's in a similar situation on the smaller time frames to EOS. It looks almost identical, to be honest. We did really good. We had a nice little pullback here, and we found support at that local low. Okay, so we have a one. Okay, so I've already charted out Band. I'm expecting it to go up to about $80. Now, the only unfortunate thing is when we're looking at this. Actually, let me go. Let me go up here. Okay, so $316 is the 1.618 target. I don't expect that to be this bull run though. That might be because we're looking at maybe a larger structure because this coin could actually stick around for a longer period of time. So, in all honesty, maybe what we're looking for right now is just a, let's see, one, two, three, four. All right, so we're expecting this to be a third wave. I would say $52. $52 would be my target. All right, for this next run up. All right, so I mean, hey, that's not too bad from where we're currently sitting. That's 250%. Because if you see what I'm measuring this off of, all right, when I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure, this definitely looks to me like a much larger trend that's going to take maybe a couple years to work itself out. So I'm trying to focus on the immediate trend and what I see in terms of a possible top of a fifth wave. So I'm looking at this right here. All right, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking for that fifth wave. I would say between $40 to $50. So I'm gonna say 45. That's what I'm expecting for Band, just based off of the mathematics, right? Because you can see, let's see. All right. So you can see that the 1.618 was pretty consistent for this coin already. We topped out around that region, had the pullback to the 1.6 the 0.618, pretty much on the money. You can see that right there. Boom, 0.618. So the mathematics are lining up. So I really do trust this. I trust that we could get to $45. If we do have that pullback with everything else, I would recommend probably picking up somewhere around like $11 and then holding it till about 45. That'd be 300%. I think that's a good play. Mathematically, it's smart. That's why I see for Band as maybe a top of the bull market. Because let's go to a 12-hour and see if we have a bearish divergence that can form off of this local high. Most definitely. All right. So already, all right, we have a bearish divergence. All right. We can see that right here. We have a slightly higher high, but we have a significantly lower high. Do I think this is the top of the market? No, I do think it's going to go on one more run. All right, but what you're going to see happen most likely is we're going to get up to $50, but the RSI might still be below that last local high, and it's going to kind of create almost like like a. I would probably presume this is going to turn into some sort of descending triangle almost off of that diagonal, um, and that's more than likely the top of the market for this coin. What's your view on Matic? Take a look at Matic. Like I said, guys, I'll check out some coins. Uh, let's see. We're okay. We already got some stuff charted out. All right. So this is my view for Matic. All right, we had a 1-2 structure. All right, which gave us the top of the third wave around 53 cents. I am expecting a pullback to about 18 to 20 cents. All right. Just the mathematics lining up. All right. Now, if I'm going with mathematics 100%, it's honestly looking to go down to 10 cents. But I don't really see that happening. We do have a local low there that can save you. And then obviously I'm looking for maybe around $2.50. Actual mathematics calling for 8. So if anything, if you're feeling confident on Matic, I would say cash out probably around like $5 to $6. All right. That would be my my recommendation. ABD, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. How long did it take you to get confident with price action levels, fibs, and Elliott's waves? Uh, probably like 6 months to a year, to be honest. And like I've taken time off because when I first started Elliott Wave, I got super excited about it. Uh, it was working, but I did too much, so then it stopped working, and then I stopped using Elliott Wave and just played. I just was looking for answers, and I went back to Elliott Wave, and I was like, I'm gonna keep it simple, right? And I just did a lot of reading, a lot of reading. Some things that I missed, some things that I was doing wrong, and I kind of just kept it simple, kept it legit. Are we going to drop yet? This must be like the scariest time in the market, to be honest, because look at this. If that does not look scary to you, because right now, I mean, just from a simple perspective, look what we've done, right? We had an uptrend, we broke the uptrend, we retested the uptrend, and now we're going to start going down. So, um, if anything, there might be a little bit of an oversell in the market. Hell, this could even be the top of the market. Who knows? But that's what is happening right now. So, what needs to happen if we want to continue going up, right? We need to move over, right? Because this line does not disappear. This line's going to be here, okay? Just like that. That line's always going to be there. So, what needs to happen is if we come over to like here, and then we go up, that gives us more room to the upside if we just went straight up. And then we come over, and then we go up, right? It gives us room. So that's why sideways price action is not really a bad thing if you're bullish, right? And that's why downside price action is not a bad thing if you're bullish, because it's a simple fact. This line is our resistance line. If we break back above it, cool, all right? That's really good. But until it happens, expect that it doesn't. Work with facts, not feelings, all right? So that's why right now, us kind of just drifting this way and then slowly going down makes a whole lot more sense than, either going straight to the upside, because if we went straight up, right, that's a bad thing because that would cause an even more of a reaction in the market. Can you give any recommendations on books? Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, and Harmonic Elliott Wave, The Case for Modification of R. N. Elliott's Impulse Wave Structure by Ian Copesley. Long title, great book. Kite, can you go over some basic Elliott Wave? Of course. All right, so I'm not going to get into like fifth wave extensions, third wave extensions, stuff like that. I'm just going to give you the bare basics of Elliott Wave. All right. Elliott Wave has two main structures. All right. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure, just like so, because markets go up in 5 waves and they go down in 3 waves. I want to see if my brain did the fibs automatically for me. Oh, I was close. Oh, I was close. Oh, I wasn't even close on the fifth wave. But that's what I would see. So markets go up in five waves. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they go down in three waves. Right. So wave one is going to be wave one. All right. You really don't know what that's going to look like or where it's going to go. As it's pieced together, it's cool. Now, once that wave one is broken, i.e., the uptrend is broken, then you take the top and bottom of wave one with your fib retracements from top to bottom, right? And then you target the 0.382 of wave one, right? And it turns into an if this and that statement. If we are holding above or at the 0.382, then the 1.618, right, of wave one will be hit eventually. Now, could it go a little bit under or right on or a little bit above? You're looking for that general area. It's never going to be exact. You're dealing with humans here, all right? We're fickle, all right? But the cool thing about Elliott Wave, if you know anything about holograms, one part of the image contains the entirety of the whole, all right? So basically, like, because we know what wave one is, we know what wave two should be, and we know what wave three should be, and we know what wave four should be, and we know what wave five should be. So that's what's really cool about Elliott Wave. You can take one piece of the puzzle and build the rest. Now, is the rest going to be exactly picture perfect and exactly what you were expecting? Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's a little bit off. Like when we found support at 1200, right? I knew that we were trying to get to 1900. Right? I always expect less. I don't know, maybe some childhood trauma there. But um, I'm looking for that region. So we got up to 2050, and then we dropped all the way back down to 1200 again. Right now, I was expecting for us to find support at 1500. Right? Is that completely, like, did I do something wrong? No, it's just markets are not picture perfect, and the quicker you learn that, the better you'll be. Right? Expect, but never be consumed with the fact that this is going to be 100% of the time. And then wave 4 should technically be the 0.618 of wave 3. All right, so we took the top and bottom of wave 1 to get to where wave 2 and 3 should be. So then we take the top and bottom of wave 3 to get where 4 and 5 should be, right here. And that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure. And then markets move down in three waves: A, B, C, like so. Now you might have an A. Markets can't move backwards. I'm stupid. You might have an A, B, C, an A, B, C, and then like an A, B, and a C. It's working its way through it, all right? But the structure itself is what matters. Like, let me go down to a 30-minute. All right, let's start right here. A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. I can even see it right there. A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. Say it with me now. A, B, C. A, B, C. I can do this all day. All right, I'll do a couple more. I promise I'll stop. I just want to show you how predictable this market is. A, B, C. A, B, C. And you can see, look, this is the example I was talking about. It has an ABC, 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 but it's actually an an ABC. Um, that's like I'm glad that example was there. Um, ABC. This one's a little bit weird. This one's like an ABC flat correction, ABC flat, and then ABC hopefully see. Hopefully that was a good hopefully that made my point. That markets move down in 3 waves. Undeniably. All right. I mean, come on. You just saw me do 90 of them. I don't think there's any more explanation besides that. So if you were a noob and don't know nothing about nothing how if you're a noob and don't know nothing, how do you understand what you read is good stuff or trash? Practice. Practice. Read something. Sounds good. Try it. Did it work out? All right. If it worked out once, try it again. All right. Is it consistent or was it just a one off? It takes time and practice, man. That's all it is. And every little piece of the puzzle that you add, you start to understand something. And then all of a sudden, you know something about something. And now it falls like dominoes. Because you know this, it's easier to know this. And because you know these things, this harder subject now is broken into bits and pieces that your mind can understand. And then once all of them start getting to a critical mass, it's like a light bulb. It's easy as ABC. I do have everything in log. You are correct. What kind of fib do you use? I just use the fib retracements. I do not use the fib trend extensions. I just found those to be inconsistent, in my opinion, in the way that I do things, in the way that I calculate my targets. There's plenty of traders that use them quite well, but hey, I'm just doing my own thing. And as well as that, when you make a fib, right, sometimes people go, it doesn't look like yours, Austin. All right, you need to double click on the fibs. And then down here on the settings, you'll see fib levels based on log scale because my chart is on log. All right, because if you look at it, they condense and expand depending on where I have them. All right. Kite, could you explain why you load Bybit with EOS, then transfer to Bitcoin? Uh, Transfer time and transfer cost. All right. Gas fees are extremely high right now because this whole NFT boom, and as well as that, Bitcoin quite high. It's just we're in a bull market right now, so like if you're sending $50 worth of Bitcoin to an exchange, but paying a $10, premium to, I mean, like a $10 transfer fee, that's ridiculous. Absolutely. That's 20% of your account gone. All right. So EOS is like 50 cents. So I buy EOS, the equivalent amount that I want. I send the EOS, cost me nothing. And then on the website, they have an exchange, which the fees are so low because they actually make money off of trading. So it's like a win-win. You pay less fees to transfer. They're making money off of your trades. Ah, that's cool. What are examples of bullish divergence? It seems like the RSI is headed in the opposite direction and price action that is bearish. Let's go ahead and find some examples of bullish divergence. How about that? All right. Let's bring up the RSI here and find some examples of bullish divergence. Let's go to the 1 hour. All right. Pretty clear example of bullish divergence right here. We have a local low at 10,000, not 10,000, 1,037. And that correlated local low on the RSI is at 45. Okay. So you can see on this local low right here at 1291, all right, we are getting higher lows, but we currently have a lower low on the RSI. So we have less strength in the market, but we still have a higher low in the market, meaning that even though there's more stress on the market in terms of bearish activity, we're still able to maintain at these levels, which is a bullish signal to bots and people. How do you avoid overestimating your expectations? Take your profit. Take your gosh darn profit. Like I said, if I have a local low that I'm aiming to, for price action to get there, I'm going to take my profit beforehand. If I have a 1.618 target all the way up there, yes, do I think we're getting up there? Yeah, but I'm going to take my profit before that target is hit. I'm always ahead of the game. Am I the one that's making the absolute pinnacle of profit at the top? No. But as a good man once told me, the most meat is in the middle of the sandwich. When I buy at a certain price, the price goes down. And when I sell the coin, the price goes up. Am I so unlucky or do I not understand? So I know what that feels like. I think everybody here does at some point. It feels like you are the pinnacle of what this market depends on. And whatever you do, the market does the opposite. Newsflash. The market does not revolve around you. It's because you don't understand what to do. Sell at local highs, buy at local lows. Keep it simple. If you do that, you will make more money. Am I saying that every single time that you do that, you're going to walk away with money? No. But what I'm saying is you're going to walk away with more than you did yesterday. That's what matters. So like with these local lows and stuff, you can lose 5 times and then hit the final trade. Boom. You made your money back, made a little bit of profit, you walk away, buy a good dinner. That's what it's all about. It's not about being the best. It's about being average. Because if you can be average in trading, then you're making good money. You're making good money. Do you ever take short-term scalp trades? Sometimes, not too often. There's not a good short point on ETH right now. Sorry to say. All right. And that's the problem. Like the problem is like, I can't advise anybody to get into a short trade right now, even though I think it's going to go down significantly, right? Because there's no point on ETH right now where I feel like shorting is safe, where your stop loss has a lower chance of getting hit. Up here, definitely, I was advising people short trade, possible good entry for that downwards move. But in terms of like right now, I'm just not too confident on anything. Because, like I said, this could be a 4th wave right here, and we're looking for a 5th. Can't deny that. I'm projecting Bitcoin to go to about 90K to 100K, but there's going to be a medium term drop around like 77 from what I remember. So probably like the 80K psychological resistance is probably where that drop's going to happen. Yeah, we're at a local low right now. Don't get me wrong. If you are looking for a long and you think that my downside prediction is not correct, you would just flip this on its head. You would be taking a long off of 1720 with your stop loss below. Perfectly valid option, in my opinion. What do I mean by local lows? So I mean whenever we have a trend, okay. So whenever a trend is broken, the absolute top and the absolute bottom of the trends are your locals. So this uptrend was broken. So the absolute highest is a local high, and the absolute lowest is a local low. All right. So right here, we had a downtrend coming out of that uptrend, and that downtrend was broken. All right. This is a local low. Then we have an uptrend, downtrend, downtrend broken, local low. And that's how you find your locals. So you can see if we get back below 1720, that support is a likelihood to be retested. Fibs and EW do work on the lower time frames. Now, I like to keep my fibs. I don't like to go too crazy. I've tried it before, but it works sometimes, sometimes not too perfectly. Because the problem is like you're gonna have the macro fibs that are trying to get you to a certain price level, and then you're gonna have the medium fibs that are trying to get you to a certain price level, and then you're gonna have the smaller time frame fibs that are trying to interweave between these levels. So because of that, you're dealing with so many factors that the lower time frames are going to be entirely more consistent or less consistent than the macros. Macros are going to be the most consistent, mediums next up, micros less consistent. Is there more money to be made on micros? Yes, because there's more opportunities if you play it well. But to me, I think win rate, you have to find the perfect balance between win rate and trading opportunities. And that's why I like to stick to these mediums and focus on those. I have not bought Bitcoin from Bybit directly. Can you take out multiple longs or shorts on the same coin in Bybit? Seems like I tried and it just closed my last bit. So if you're trading inverse perpetual, you cannot. All right. If you're trading USDT perpetual, you can actually have a short and long open at the same time on the same account. If you prefer trading inverse perpetual, you need to have two separate Bybit accounts in order to do what you're talking about. And the mic is still good. Let's go ahead and check the audio real quick. Check, check. Cool. Just making sure. What is my RSI set to? My RSI is set to 125. So if I double click on it, you can see right here the length is set to 125. Any opinion on XRP? Sure, I'll give you something. Looks like we got a gigantic bullish pennant. Um, let's see. Got a one, two. Like, so I think we're doing like an ABC structure for this bull run. ABC. Um, if that is the case, probably like $1.89. I'm not quite sure. Definitely, if we get past this resistance here, the $1.89 target makes a whole lot more sense. Just from a mathematical perspective, but who knows? I would say take your profit like $1.69. But hey, looks pretty good to me. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like. Yeah, because I think that's what we're gonna do for the top of the bull run. Because if you look at the structure here, all right, it definitely looks like we got a 1-2, like a macro 1-2. Now, obviously, like I said, for a lot of these coins, they're just getting their start. So Elliott Wave is going to work out pretty well. Once the, it's hard to say stuff like that, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking probably something like this, all right, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure. All right, probably a dip back down, probably like that. All right, and then we're looking for maybe like $14 in the future. Now, this is a multi-year long thing. I when I these like little bars here definitely could look like this. All right. So like I'm not in the business of saying when. I'm in the business of saying what and what price levels, right? So, like I said, I speak in if this and that statements and facts. I don't try to think too far into the future. And if I do think into the future, it's based off of if this and that statements, nothing more, nothing less. All right. So, what I'm looking for is like an A, like macro wise, I'm looking for like an A and then probably like a B and then a C and then probably like a big bear market or something. And let's see. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, big bear market because it would be A, B, C, big bear market, and then another big run up to $14. That's what I'm thinking right now, just from what I'm looking at. Hello from Connecticut, Kite, new viewer. Hope to learn as much as possible. Thank you for your time. It's much appreciated, brother. Thank you very much, man. The bearish divergence you had drawn out on BTC at the start of the stream crosses through another high. Does that invalidate or somehow make it any less good? So I just like when I talked about it, I specifically said, um, you said crosses through another high. No, there's no changing that, right? Because look right here, like I said, all right, we undoubtedly have a lower high on RSI, a higher high on price action. That is a bearish divergence. There's no invalidation in that. What I was saying was, if we are above 58,361, that bearish divergence is not active, right? But if we are below that number, the bearish divergence is active. That's what I was saying when it comes to that divergence in particular. So the indicators that I'm using the majority of the time is Elliott Wave, which I draw myself, and then RSI and MACD. The RSI is set to 125 and the MACD is set to 2452. That's my preferred settings. Helps me maintain a perspective. Hopefully we at least break to the downside within like the next 15 hours. We're at that 70% mark when it comes to this bearish pennant. So maybe soon. I'm hoping sooner rather than later. But hey, like I said, the more that we go sideways, the more we have to the upside. So that's always a good thing, right? Are you a kite surfer? No, I'm just a kite. I don't use Market Cipher anymore. I used to. And I've answered the question 1,000 times why I don't use it. I, I just don't use it. Okay. I'll keep it short and simple from now on. Let's see. XLM. You want me to check out XLM? I've seen that message a couple times, so we'll check it out. Oh, looks like that top of the third wave worked out pretty well. All right, so top of the third wave, we're looking to come back down. If anything, we're looking for a double bottom off of 31 cents. Otherwise, we're probably going to go down and retest like 23 cents. And then after that, we're looking for a target to about $2.56. Probably, I would take my profit like $2. I have to go to sleep now in Asia. I'll watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Enjoy your day and good luck with price action, everyone. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. How do you utilize the MACD indicator? We had the MACD strategy. We still do. But with these two major trades in the way, I do want to make sure that I'm prioritizing those over the MACD strategy. But yeah, you can do the MACD strategy where you're simply going with the crosses. But as well as that, all right, it's just good to have that as an indicator of, okay, I'm in a short, momentum to the downside on the macro time frames. That's always a good thing to see. Take a look at link. Yeah, we'll take a look at link. Okay, so this we must have plotted this out some other day. Um, I'm looking for probably about $86 on link for the top of the bull run. In terms of like short term, where could it go? I'd probably be expecting a retest of like $23 before we start taking off. Like we have two local lows, right? Now this one kind of sucks because we could go further down, but I'm gonna trust these ones over here. All right, I'd probably be looking to pick up link around 25, 22, and if anything, 17. But I don't think it's gonna go down that low. But the top of the market should be roughly around $100. I'm gonna take my profit at 81 if I was playing this coin. I don't think I have any link, but uh, maybe maybe I do. Um, and then probably be expecting it to pull back to about $30, maybe even a little bit more if it's being facetious. Um, and then yeah, probably next bull run we'll see like $400 or something like that. That'd be cool. Can you explain what? Because Elliott Wave is an indicator. It it's an indication of what price action can do based on mathematics. So it is an indicator, but you have to draw it yourself. That's why I said all that. Still bearish on ADA. Yeah, we covered that at the beginning of the live stream. Um, like even when this was happening, I said, hey, if we don't hold below $1.22, we're going to probably see a double top. What happened? Pretty much a direct double top. Now, I'm expecting it to go down to about $1 and hopefully get an ABC flat correction. If it does not find support there, we are going to go retest about 82 cents to 81 cents. And then that would be a full ABC, and then we'll see continuation. So we covered ADA. Um, on one time frame, BTC used to show bearish signals. On the other time, it showed. So, Jack, like what I want you to understand is when you're looking at the smaller time frames, you are looking at the bigger time frames in a higher resolution. So it is no different. You just have to understand the perspective, right? If the 4 hour has bearish divergence, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be in an absolute free fall. There might be upticks in a downtrend, just like there's downticks in an uptrend, right? So it's about just finding the happy medium. It's I wish there was a better way to explain it besides what I just used, but it's just perspective. That's all. Because like I said, with Bitcoin, has a 4 hour bearish divergence. We've had plenty of upside price action, downside price action while that bearish divergence was in effect. It doesn't mean that I am just going to throw all of my money into shorts. It just means that I'm expecting shorts to be the majority. That's all. The only levels that I would enter short again on ETH is like 1840. I'm sorry to say. If you guys want to try to take the chance and take the breakout trade, when we do break that local low at 1720, that's up to you. But I'm holding my trade from 1866. I'm sitting pretty. I'm just waiting for the break. I don't know if we just took a look at XLM, but I'm expecting XLM to want to come back down and get a double bottom off of 31 cents, or even come all the way back down to 23 cents. But once we do one of those two things, I'm looking for about $2 as a technical top. You could see a little bit of an extension, maybe up to $3, but um, I'm definitely I would be taking my profit early. Jay James, this week has been devastating for me. I lost 30% of my trading account. Seems like the market is completely against me. We had a person that felt the same today. Every position I take, the market goes the opposite way. All right, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. All right, look at the trades you took and why you took them, and what time. Were you playing the super small time frames like the 1 minute, 2 minute, without the 125 RSI? Were you looking at your local lows and your local highs and shorting them with a decent stop loss and not trying to be too greedy? Because if you're doing those things, you should be good. All right. But I guarantee you that if you are losing, you're either one, being way too greedy or impatient, or you're just not following the rules of technical analysis, aka shorting local highs, longing local lows, looking for bullish and bearish divergences to match up with those local lows and local highs. If that is, you know, that's what you got to do. That's my advice. Could you go over when and how you take your profit and how much do you take? I take 100%, man. I take 100%. All right. There's a lot of players in the market that will take 50% of their profit at this level, 25% profit at this level, and over again. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of guy. All right. So like right now, I'm expecting us to go down to 1511 on Ethereum. I'm going to take my profit before the target. I always, always, always take my profit before the target. Never after, never at. Always before. All right. Because I'm not being greedy. All right. So always before, that's how I take my profit, or when I take my profit. And then obviously I take all of it. And then when do you add more to position? I don't. I don't add more to my position. All right. I only dollar cost average on spot trades. I never dollar cost average on leverage trading. It's way too dangerous with leverage trading. There's too much math involved for the regular person, and it opens up too many floodgates for error. Because once you start getting into DCAing with leverage trading, your brain always has a way out. Oh, I'm in a losing short trade right now. Let me add more to my short. And then it keeps going up. Let me add more to my short. Now your expected 5% loss turns into 20%. Do not, in my opinion, DCA leverage trades. It is dangerous as hell. Leverage trading in itself is dangerous. But when you start getting into DCA leverage trades, unless you're really planning on it and you are meticulous, and even with the DCAs, you're only losing a maximum amount that you are counting on, do not do it. Period. We kind of already went over how to correctly count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's based off of trends. When a trend breaks and goes into the opposite trend, then it will create a 1, because if an uptrend breaks, it's a 1, downtrend breaks 2, uptrend breaks 3. It's just about the breaks of trends and how they kind of work together. What's my settings on the fib? I don't really change the settings all that much, but I do turn fib levels based on log scale on. That's the only thing. So how much before? That's up to you, man. I'm not. There's no set way of doing these things. Like when I pick my stop losses, I'm not doing like some complicated math algorithm problem in my head to figure out what's the best. I eyeball it, man. I eyeball it. Is you need to constantly ask yourself, is this realistic? And the better you get at being honest and stop fooling yourself, the more money you're gonna make. So, like with stop losses, if some of you guys have been using the calculator and understand your stop loss is how you make more money. All right. So if you are willing to be more risky with your stop loss, you're going to walk away with more money. But obviously, that's a double edged sword. So your job is to find the perfect stop loss between greed and fear. If you can find that happy medium, that's where you're going to make the most money. There's no set algorithm or mathematical equation to figure out what's the best stop loss or how much before a target you're supposed to take your profit. It's up to you. And that's the glory of trading. Like I can sit here and teach the most fundamental and the most acute way of doing things, but you're still going to do them differently than I am. And obviously, you might be better. You might make more money than me. But that's the whole thing. It's personalized because we have different ways of thinking, different psychologies. No one's ever 100% exact the other person. How do you decide where to start your wave count? Uh, Wherever the uptrend began. And by the way, guys, I do have to go pretty soon. I do have a couple meetings today. I got 3 of them, but I appreciate your time as always. Probably like another, I would say, like 25 minutes. I gotta jump off. Sorry to ask, what stop loss calculator did you just mention? So on my channel, look for a video called Best Tool for Leverage Traders. How to use the risk reward calculator. In the description, there's a download link, and also the video shows you how to use the calculator. Um, it's basically a mathematical formula to figure out what your leverage and contract size should be based on your entry and stop loss and what you're willing to risk. Also, happy Monday. Can you please give Lily and Louise a shout out? Hello. How you doing? What's your current position on ETH? Can you show? Of course. Right now, I am short from 1866. Fish, what are you doing? I'm short from 1866 with the expectation of taking profit at 1530. Dude, what are you doing? Ow. Fish is he's being a bad boy. God, I don't know what he's doing back there. Thank you. Um, what would be a nice entry for a BTC long right now? Um, like right now? The only option you have to long BTC right now is off of 54,000, 53,000, 49,000, and 57,000. Give me 1 second. His peanut butter treat was stuck underneath the green screen. That's why he was being such a bad boy. What's the name of the song you played during the intro today? I played Gratitude by Marlon Craft, and I played Human by Lucidish. Lucid. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Here, let me bring it up. All right. Lucidius. I don't know how to say it. But that's his name. Only Human. And then Marlon Craft. Grateful, not Gratitude. Off of his new album he just put out. Yeah, I'll cover Theta. Like I said, guys, I'm not big on altcoins, but I do love you. All right. They... Okay, I know what's going on Theta. What happened here? This must have been a long time ago. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, when did we do Theta? Theta is in quite... Technically, Theta should have stopped going up around $3.03. Am I missing price action? Which... Is this all of the price action? I guess so. Looks like we're getting an extended fifth. Because that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3, that's a 4, and this is an extended fifth. So more than likely, what I'm probably be expecting here. Well, we had a little bit of a pullback there. We got to go down to the lower time frames in order to find out where this wants to top out. Let's go down to the hourly. Damn. All right, so I would be expecting us to top out pretty soon. Let's look at the even smaller time frames because that's an ABC. So that's looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this. All right, so we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4. That 4 barely pulled back. So yeah, this actually might be dangerous for Theta. So technically, I would be expecting a pullback and maybe a retest of like $8 sometime soon. But after you hit $8, all right, or maybe even $8.37, your next target's gonna be 16. So if you do see that pullback, all right, which is respectable, about 24%, while Bitcoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing about 15 to 12% pullbacks. So an altcoin, you probably would expect a little bit more. $16 is your next target. So obviously, if you hold it up to $16, you can make 100%. I probably would aim to make about 85%. Always take a profit beforehand. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. As particularly maybe the top of the market for Theta. But I would be expecting the pullback sometime soon. That was a little bit hard to calculate. Yeah, that one is a little bit of a struggle because uh, just the way things were working out. But Rainbow, hello. Um, Victor, have to go now. Thank you, Kai, for everything. Happy Monday to everybody. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Why trade ETH over BTC? Well, there's a couple reasons. One, ETH is a little bit more volatile. Two, Ethereum has more use case. So Bitcoin, although I think is going to be around for a very long period of time and still be the top coin for a very long period of time, Ethereum has so many things piggybacking off of it that it gives it a legitimate use case, whether or not the actual coins that are using it are a legitimate use case. Just giving the coin more validity, in my opinion, and it's more attractive to investors. So I'm looking for more percentage gains, all right, than Bitcoin. I don't know what my goal is, to be honest, Jack. Right now we're sitting at about $2,600. Only about $1,000 of that is actual profit. The rest was put into the account as the start. Um, Off of this trade, we're supposed to make $1,200, so that's going to be pretty cool. Off of the next trade, we're supposed to make around $14,000 to $15,000. And if I'm feeling a little bit cool, maybe I'll try to watch for that pullback around 77,000, and make a little bit more off the compounding profits, and maybe we'll walk away with $40,000 on this account by the time we reach that top. But hopefully, my goal is to get people continuously into the markets, right? Because obviously you have the flood of people that comes in because they want to get rich quick off of all this bullshit. Um, when in reality, yes, you can, but are you? All right. If you want to make money, you need to be in the market all the time. All right. You always have those people that come in the market, and I was one of them, where they go, "Oh, if you would have bought it here, you would have been a millionaire by now." Yeah, but were you one of those people that were buying it there? How about next time you do? You play the bear market. You watch those local lows on the daily chart. You put money in where you're supposed to be. Play it this time. Don't just walk away once we reach the top of the market. There's so much more money to be made. Don't stop. Keep going. Make money. Be good. Do good things with the money you make. All right. I don't really. I haven't taken a look at BTC dominance chart for a good year. Um, maybe if you're playing the altcoin market a lot, you got to use it, but not me. I don't touch it. Brian, time to head out. Good luck at work, Kite. Thank you very much, man. I have not used KuCoin to leverage trade, so I can't really answer that question. Do you make trades live? Like, and I mean, if I have to, but I'm trading live right now. I'm in. You can see my screen. I'm in a short right now, and we're doing the stuff. Thank you. I just got this headset. Hey, Kite, you have isolated when doing the trades. What's the next step to use conditional orders for? You can use conditional orders if you're using USDT perpetual. Conditional orders are awesome because you can set up stop losses on those conditional orders. You cannot set up conditional orders with stop losses on inverse perpetual. You can, but it's a little bit weird because you have to create the opposite trade equivalent to your current trade. A little bit weird. Listen, man, I show you how I do this stuff. All right. If you want to be a trader, you have to trade. I show you how I do my technical analysis. I show you how I choose what my entries are. I understand where people come from when they want to know my opinion, but all I ever want to see is your opinion. I want to see what you think, and then you can ask me what I think. All right. That is the name of this game. All right. I'm not here to be, you know, the crypto Jesus where I'm preaching and I tell you what's what. I want you to say what you feel, like what are the levels that you're looking at, and then I'll fact check you. I'll give you my opinion. That's what I'm here for. Otherwise, you're learning nothing. My goal is not to have a sustainable channel where people have to keep coming back to me. My job is to have somebody walk into this live stream, walk away with more knowledge. And after many, many live streams, they might come back and watch me sometimes because they like me as a person, but they don't need my technical analysis anymore because they're doing so well. That's what I want. Go lay down. Go lay down. I'll be done. Yeah, I've gotta stop the live stream soon, guys, because he's got to go to the bathroom. He's been cooped up in the house all day. I want to let him out in the backyard and play a little bit before I start these sessions. When do you, if ever, exit a trade early? Um, I don't. It's an if this and that statement. I'm willing to get when I take a trade, I'm signing up for a loss. Unless the trade works out exactly how I planned, I'm there. Do I take hedge trades to make sure that my potential loss is break even or less or even in profit? Yes, I do. But on every single trade is all or bust. All right. That's how I play it. So, like this short trade, if it doesn't work out, there's not going to be a point where I jump out. Now, is there points where I might take a hedge trade? Yeah, I could take a hedge trade at 17.20. We tried to take a hedge trade at 18.15. It didn't work out. So, like, let's say you're taking these hedge trades and none of these hedge trades work out and you lose 200 bucks. You're still going to be net profit 1,000. But if you would have gotten stopped out, you would have taken less of a loss or maybe no loss. What is the worst thing that can happen when you leverage trade? Can you lose your house or is it the amount you put in? It's the amount you put in. You don't owe anybody anything. It's not like Robinhood. Robinhood's trash. All right. Robinhood's not trash, but Robinhood margin trading is trash. All right. I do have a Telegram group. If you go through the Patreon link in the description, which I would prefer you to wait till the first of the month to do so, because it will charge you twice. All right. If you do choose to join that. But like I said, it's not a necessity. I give all the same information on live stream. Fish, stop being little man. Go lay down. He's being why? Fish, fish, fish. Come on, man. We got like 5 minutes left, and I will take you outside. Chillax, chillax. You got this. I believe in you. All right. What's the most leverage you should use? The maximum, 100x, 50x for altcoins. There is no set leverage. All right. That's that's the whole thing that I'm trying to tell you guys. There is no leverage too high or too small. What's important is how you are structuring that trade mathematically to match a certain loss percentage that you are willing to take, which will determine how much you are willing to make. The leverage is going to dynamically change because leverage is a tool, not a gambling addiction. It's not a slider that you slide all the way to the right. It is a tool. There is no leverage that is absolutely safe. There is no leverage that you should absolutely take. It changes every single trade depending on what stop loss and what price range you're in. That's what it is. There's no leverage too small, no leverage too high. But in the words of Silicone, if the RSI is too high, it's going to die. Which stupid. Stupid. What do you think about the theory that corporate whales bought the boat back last week with all-time high on weekend? Now plan to hit a new all-time high again this weekend. I don't know if it's going to happen this weekend, but I know it's going to happen sometime soon. What are you talking about in your Telegram? Uh, just trades. Uh, Nothing fancy. I'm not a signals group. I'm not gonna, do 1,000 different altcoins and tell you what's the best place to get in. Um, I use ETH as an example to show you how, not what, how, how I am making these trades. Why am I making these trades? And I'm not here to do the work for you. I'm going to show you how I do it. That way you can do it on any other coin. All right. That's why I'm here. So in the Telegram group, obviously, I'm answering questions all the time in the general chat whenever I can. And then in the main chat, I'm just giving my opinions and thoughts on the market, whatever that might be at the time. Nothing special. Absolutely nothing special. Uh, I've never deposited Tether, so I really can't. I don't know what's up with that. Thought you were taking profit at 25%. That's with the MACD strategy. All right. This is a specific set target based on local lows. Do you believe NFT coins are worth investing in? To a certain extent, but like everything, it's going to have an initial boom, large pullback, stabilization, another boom. All right. With us getting towards the top of these, fifth wave counts, who knows how long the altcoins got? All right. Or how, altcoins tend to pull back like 90% sometimes. All right. So just be prepared for something like that. Um, but with that being said, guys, I am going to sign off for today. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. I appreciate everybody's time. Hopefully, I got on stream in a good time for you. But I do have to take fish out. I got a couple sessions to get to, and kind of just do stuff around the house. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. As always, I'll be live tomorrow, hopefully around the same time, 12 o'clock. Yeah, be pretty cool. Like I said, I'm live, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I take the weekends off. Right. And if there is ever a change of plans, I'll either let you know in the Telegram group or I'll let you know in a YouTube community post. But I really don't plan on breaking the schedule for a little bit. I really don't have much to do around here besides live stream and, you know, eat air fryer food. So, good evening from Hamburg. Hello. Is that in Germany or is that like is Hamburg like a country? I'm sorry, I'm a stupid American. I have no clue what's um dude, one of my friends he was joking most definitely, but he was like, is China even real? Or are we just being lied to? That's how I think there's legitimate Americans out there that think stuff like that. Like America's the only country, every other country's fake. But yeah, we're dumb. We're dumb. But we have good food. It tastes good, I think, to us. Um, Germany, dude. I thought I was in Germany. Don't step in fish poo. Don't plan on it, man. Really don't. It sucks. Pogo Stick, thank you very much, man. But yeah, you do got to rewatch. I appreciate it. Werner G, thank you very much, man. Iron Scooby, thank you. I appreciate it. Damn Kite, someone should take some of your quotes and turn them into NFTs. Bitbird, hop on it. I'm just kidding. So Bitbird actually puts together a. Let me see if I can find it before I go. She puts together these things called kitograms for me. Is there any incriminating information on this page? I don't think so. Okay. All right. So here's some of the kitograms that she has. Let price action do what it do, baby boo. Oh, you got to fix that. It's baby boo, not baby do. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm a robot. Beep boop. We are just computers that grow out of the ground. That's my favorite one. Wind moon. Goodbye. It's gonna be a good day. Hell yeah, it is. Bitcoin has hate in its eyes and it's coming for the banks. Little piggy bank. Uh-oh. Oh, that's great. Be your best you. If this, then that. I'm just 21-year-old kid on the internet. The market is the way. Don't monkey brain. Apps are frickin' lootly. Follow your rules. Be robot. I'm a big dude. I'm a whale. Breathe in. Zoom out. In with the entry. Out with the stop loss. Get screwed. what would Kite do? Only one Dogecoin. You should see my profit log. These are great. These are great. How to BTC ready in just 2.5 hours. Say no to beauty FOMO. Chick-fil-A sandwich, Ledger Nano, gotta comb my hair. Oh my gosh. Those are great. Thank you very much, Bitbird. I love you. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Peace out. I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll be back at it. Hopefully tomorrow we got a little bit of droppage in the market. But the way things are going, it's just slow. So who knows? All right, guys. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and select a song. I don't know what we want. I want to play more of Marlon Webb just to get some people on the bandwagon. So I think I'm going to play 2020 intro and offbeat. So if you guys like the songs I play, it's Marlon Craft, not Marlon Webb, Marlon Craft, 2020 intro, and then the second song is going to be offbeat. All right. So, all right, guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Fuck all that patient shit, they wanna argue. I ain't take the bait for shit, this ain't our school. Fuck your little highbrow critique before I bow defeat. Ain't walk down my street, never been a that's the way it is type of dude. Fuck that, I'ma tell you how it is type of rule. Bust that type of moves, light a fuse to bring light to that type of bruise. So deep under people's skin, we could only feel it, but we can't see it. A lot of these dudes only type it, they can't be it. Champion any man region, fuck what can't be and can't beat them when they can't see them on that freedom man being. Yeah, and I barely puff, but trust that I beat Diddy on any care lingo. Keep with me, many did a thing so right with the blood of fakes though, and it's very rare to ink low. But honestly, fuck a rap compliment. What the fuck's a bar to a profit, bitch? What the fuck's a threat to the option list? I need this shit to breathe and I got to live. Yeah. Think the time is yours, cause online is yours. That's what you grinding for. Watch when we cut the net like the Final Four. I bet you don't got the chest to back that Lions roar. Pussy, yeah. Push me, I promise. I'm used to stress, all I could be is honest. I used to fret that I couldn't even keep conscious. Thanks to my weakness, I couldn't be the strongest out. Situation getting critical. Stop playing with me this year, man. I try to tell y'all, I'm not playing no fucking games this year. Don't look at me no type of way. Don't fucking subtweet me. Whatever you want to do, don't do shit this year. Look, I'm no stranger to anger and rage. Getting named at my head by a lane, cause they name got some fame, but they so insecure that they keep themselves locked away. And I get to be the real me, all up in their proximity. Who the one that got you stressed? Lil' me? Stop throwing stones before you get the boot, word to Sicily. I make the jazz cats listen to raps. I make the hood kids listen to sax. I make the white dudes understand which straws they pull out their ass. I got everybody giving me that. Craft never speak to just one old faction. That picture is incomplete, that's a demographic. Yes, the whole team by the beat and no backwards. Won't stop till the whole scene except no actors. The music gonna eventually bring me power, word to 50. If I'm the chosen one, it's only cause I picked me. Let a label manager or agent try to Taylor Swift me. I have a custom grade Taylor Swiftly, you dig me?
We just need to unwind, baby, we could go. We only get one time, baby, we should know. They've been trying to rush mine, I've been on the front lines. I've been having tough times, I've been lying low. There's only a little bit of days and forever. A lot of times the rhythm doesn't stay in the measure. She love me when I'm offbeat, 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 offbeat. She love me when I'm.
Love how you walk through the park, same as I walk through the dark. Played you the course of my life, never forgotten apart. You make me feel like a bitch, you're stupid for thinking that shit. Riding these waves of bravado, you just be sinking that shit. But when I be at a loss, you the answer for me. All these habits that I got, show they cancer for me. Other dudes be showing off, ain't no bender to me. When I feel I can't do, you so candid with me. On those days when I really wish Mac was still here, I really wish facts was still clear. This, that, and still fear. Risk that to feel here, switch that, it feels weird. Mishaps and spilled beers, I've been tripping. I'm the hair on negative Nancy's worry wart. And I've been called to know it all, but you speak that one truth that I never heard before. I heard it's yours, so let's skate before my hurt is yours. We just need to unwind, baby, we could go. We only get one time, baby, we should know. They've been trying to rush mine, I've been on the front lines. I've been having tough times, I've been lying low. There's only a little bit of days and forever. A lot of times the rhythm doesn't stay in the measure. She love me when I'm offbeat, 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 offbeat. She love me when I'm yo. The truth to me, little foolish of me. See the pride in my eyes from you choosing to be mine, yo. Yeah. Got beauty to me, so elusive. I see all the grace in your kindness with every smiling move. So I like watching you walk around when you half naked. Give it to me straight about your past. We don't have chase it, that's wasted time, and that we never do. You mad patient. I try, but I could never grow. The way that you dance in a storm is sublime. All the clouds in my thoughts make it pour in my mind. When I'm on it in mornings, I'm so porcupine. You don't let none of my frets mess with your peace of mind, no. Said you'd hold me down for as long as I do the same.
Ironic, we lift each other through the pain. A lot's against us, have our doubts if we could do the thing. So let's bounce before the future rains. We just need to unwind, baby, we could go. We only get one time, baby, we should know. They've been trying to rush mine, I've been on the front lines. I've been having tough times, I've been lying low. There's only a little bit of days and forever. A lot of times the rhythm doesn't stay in the measure. She love me when I'm offbeat, 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 offbeat. She love me when I'm hold on, watch your mouth with the dawn, life goes on. Don't you go and waste yours on a prologue. I ain't waiting on the light, boy, it goes off, but it go on and on and on. Fuck you and your magistrate. Y'all jump to a tweet and I calibrate. And to break my heart, the critiques I impart. Difference between me and y'all is you gladly hate. This is hoodie weather. We ain't here to look cute, this is hoodie weather. We came here for the truth, this is hoodie weather. How they hanging from nooses in 2020, we done giving a fuck about who and who together. This is hoodie weather. If it ain't action, don't call me. This is hoodie weather. If you still capping, don't call me. This is hoodie weather. We done watching people die. We ain't got time to got time. This is for the real. This is for journalists who worth the self-inflated. Who write about the real, but they living in the matrix. Who typing how they feel, but would never ever say it. Who never step foot in the hood, whose coaches pay them. Suck my dick to a cop, I hope your feelings hurt. Fuck getting rich, if I leave it different people hurt. Their guideline, ain't nobody taking me to church. Trying to find my inner self, boy, that's how the spirit works. Look, we been seeing the lay of the land. We been reading, dreaming, laying a plan of evading the scam. While you play to their hand at the table of lambs in the house. Gotta lose sometimes, so we ain't doing no more bullshit with you, homie. It's a new day. We won't rise for your bread, fuck a souffle. It's still word to Trayvon, our hoodie's gon' stay on. You can go ahead and take off your toupee. Bitch, hold on, watch your mouth with the dawn, life goes on. Don't you go and waste yours on a prologue. I ain't waiting on the light, boy, it goes off, but it go on and on and on. Boy, fuck you and your magistrate. Y'all jump to a tweet and I calibrate. And to break my heart, the critiques I impart. Difference between me and y'all is you gladly hate. This is hoodie weather. We ain't here to look cute, this is hoodie weather. We came here for the truth, this is hoodie weather. How they hanging from nooses in 2020, we done giving a fuck about who and who together. This is hoodie weather. If it ain't action, don't call me. This is hoodie weather. If you still capping, don't call me. This is hoodie weather. We done watching people die. We ain't got